Forward to the cloud. Awesome. We are live. We are recording. Guys, I'm super excited. I set up this call. We've been doing too many events. Y'all ever feel like that where you're just doing too many events and then your schedule's all mixed up? I was just in Connecticut. We had two 125 plus person events. We're in Chicago. This past week did another 150 plus person event. Tons of house events. We're in Milwaukee doing an event right now. Got an event tomorrow in Milwaukee. Going back to, where am I going? I'm going back to Dallas, hitting Puerto Rico, going to Miami. Life is bullish, guys. If you are feeling right now that life is bullish and your business is in massive momentum, right? Drop a 777 in the chat. Guys, I'm super excited about this call. We're going to jump right into this. Y'all know I love doing every single call beginning with gratitude, but we're going to keep this one quick. Drop in the chat, I am ready to receive. If you are ready to receive the information that is coming to you guys by one of the best in the industry, drop I am ready to receive. On top of receiving, I think something is really, really important is I am ready to apply, right? I am ready to apply. Information only changes situations if you go out there and take massive action. It doesn't matter what we talk about today, right? It doesn't matter how much money we invested in for this information today. It doesn't matter if you don't go out there and go make it happen. So I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to reply, not apply. Oh yeah, I'm ready to apply. And I'm ready to give you guys massive amounts of value. Unfortunately, I'm on my phone. Y'all know I like to be on my laptop when I'm doing these trainings, but I'm going to go ahead and stop my video because I have a lot of notes I want to talk about. Guys, I have actually invested into the Bob Proctor course. And man, I am a believer in what is happening. Thank God for Michael and Taylor for introducing to me this information because it's literally shifted my paradigms in so many different ways. And so I really want to talk to you guys about the knowing doing gap. You know, I'm only going to be introducing because we got the real goat on the call today, but I'm going to go ahead and shut my camera off, look at my notes, and we're going to dive right into this. Guys, I'm going to go a little bit fast. So I will post this recording. You will have it. So take notes as quickly as you can, and let's dive right into this. So guys, let's talk about why people perform better than others. Why are there individuals who learn trading faster, right? Create multiple sources of income faster, hit chairman faster? Why do high performers do so much better than the average? Like, what makes them different? What makes someone who is successful different than anyone else? And I think the answer to this is actually something that shocked me. It was something where it's like, well, maybe they were born into it. Maybe they, they had extra experience, every single excuse in the book for why we're not performing, right? The same way as someone else who is doing better than us. And guys, here's the secret. There is absolutely no difference between you and the person you're comparing yourself to. There's no difference in person, right? As a human being, as God's highest form of creation, as the highest form of spiritual DNA, there is no difference between a high performer and a low performer, right? I look at someone like Layla, right? Layla, yesterday, chairman 10 in 7 months, right? Took Mike and I 3 years. We had the same information. We had the same back office. We had the same group chats. We had the same compensation plan. We had the same corporate structure. There was absolutely no difference between our resources and or our abilities to get to that point in the business, right? We all have the same FRX. We all have bounce back. We all have the same things. There was no difference. The only difference on why high performers operate differently is because the paradigms that they hold. The paradigms that they hold. Really, really think about this. And I know a lot of the time this information, it's funny, I'm going through the course, I'm going through the guide, I'm listening to the information, I'm like, damn, this is all common sense. You're going to learn nothing special on this call. You're going to learn things you already know. That's the problem. That's why we're talking about the knowing doing gap. We know a lot of things, but we actually don't go out and apply it. We actually don't go out and do it. And this is the simple formula for why, right? From the moment that you were a child, the moment that you were born, you have been programmed. You came into the world programmed. The way that you look is programming. Your toes, your face, your hair, how you come out the womb is programming. We're programmed to act a certain way, think a certain way, behave a certain way, right? Our environment shows us as we're developing in life, right, who we are, who our surroundings are, the average, right, of our surroundings. And so this is why most people never actually do what they want to do. They never do it. They always say there's 10 other Michael Jordans out there, but they never did it. And so the crazy part here is it's not a lack in our ability, it's a lack in our thought process. So if we want to get better results, it's not about what we do, but how we think, right? That is the secret, guys. We talk about feeling being the secret, our feelings leading to our thought process leading to our actions leading to our results, and our results thus again making us feel a certain way and putting us through the vicious cycle, right? The vicious cycle of not getting what we want, but it comes from that programming. So what separates someone? Why is their programming different? Well, here's the secret. These individuals have different standards. Their self-image is an image of expectation. This blew my mind. This thought process really blew my mind. Think about this. Successful people expect results. They expect success. They refuse to accept anything else than who they think they are. They don't have to go admire Jason Brown, Jason Stone, Nano, Matt Rosa. They don't have to go admire those people. They are those people. I had someone tell me, man, I'm going to be the next Jason Brown. Why do you got to be the next Jason Brown? Why can't you just be you? You don't even got to be a next. You already are. The difference is you keep looking at Jason and saying, well, if I just do what Jason does, I'll have what he has. Therefore, I can be a Chairman 750. You're kind of right. You're almost there. But here's the difference. Imagine if you already were. And no matter what you did, you had those results because you were born into that abundance. You expected it to happen. You expected it to happen. Guys, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if people tell me all the time, Tim, I'm grinding, I'm putting in all this work. It's not working. People are always saying, no, my trades are hitting the stop loss. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I got all these excuses. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much time you're putting in a day. It doesn't matter who you're duplicating. It does not matter if your mindset and your paradigms and your self-image of expectation is not aligned with the results that you desire. I can put in an hour of work a day and outperform your 12 hours because my expectation is I live in a state of abundance. Leaders come to me. My account grows. I have multiple streams of income flowing in a calm and harmonious manner. Right? My self-image is someone of abundance. I look in the mirror, I see abundance. A lot of you are looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, I got to change the mirror. This mirror is like a clown mirror. It's all these different. No. Don't change the mirror, change the reflection. Change the reflection. Because listen to this. Our mind is like a thermostat. A thermostat is something that we're easily able to control. Guys, you know me. I'm a very logical thinking person. So when I heard this, I said, damn, this really makes sense. If I can walk up to my apartment, wall, and I can change the temperature, I can turn on the AC, I can do this, that, or the other, I can do the same thing with my mind. My mind is going to control the temperature of my life. So if you want to change the results, right? If you want to change the results of your life, you have to first by changing the settings that you've programmed for your life. It's like playing video games. We know the cheat codes. L2, R2, triangle, circle, left, right, up. We know the cheat codes. It's the same thing with our mind. Are you telling yourself you already have those results? Because here's the thing. It does not matter what you know. You're never going to do it if you don't know that the result is already done for you. Not because of you, but for you. That is the difference, guys. That is the difference between people who are seeing massive success right now, people that went to convention. Guys, QC is growing at a minimum of 5. We had a 13,000 boost in GV this week in one day. Our lowest day of growth is 5,000. And Mike and I aren't saying this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. No, we knew this was going to happen. Tim, my team's just not growing. Are you growing? Tim, you told me that if I bring 100 people, you know, they're each going to bring 3 to 5. Have you brought 3 to 5? You get what I'm saying? Guys, this right there, you have to change your thermostat. You first have to do it up here, because this is why, and this is what I'm going to end it with. I talk about this all the time. Tim, I heard this before. Good. You need to hear it again. If I'm talking about it again, it must be important. 95% is spiritual. Yes, I get it. But you will never have completion without taking the action. And this is why the action is important. Let me do this really quick. I see Marcellus in here. I ain't going to do this call without having it ready. You already know the vibes. Hold on. Let me get this going. Got it. Boom. I finished my call like this. Who's got their gold cards? Let me see them. Someone's going to be watching this YouTube recording and be like, who the hell is this Tim dude? Right? Who the hell is this Tim dude? Right? Your action is a reflection of what you actually believe. This is why shouting chairman is cool, right? It's cool, but it's free. Anyone can shout it. Anyone can log onto this call. Anyone can do it. But your action is going to be the reflection of whether or not you believe in it. That's how you get completion. You can't download an app and at 95% start using it. You can't do 95% of the volume for chairman and be chairman. No, you need completion. So the spiritual is important, but your actions are the reflection of the spiritual. So if you're not getting the results that you want today, do you truly believe in the spiritual? Do you truly believe in what you're saying? And the answer is no, that's okay, but you got to find out who you are first. So guys, I'm just so happy and grateful now that I have the opportunity not only to be mentored by this individual, but for each and every single one of you to be mentored by this individual. This is probably, his testimony is one of the craziest I have ever heard. And every single day it blows my mind how quickly he's elevating. If not 1% a day, this is one of my biggest paradigm shifts. He said, why 1% a day when you can do 200% a day? Who made you think that slowly and surely was a good thing? Why do slowly and surely when I can grow 100% a day? Right? So guys, I am super excited to introduce the next speaker. This is someone that is privately mentored by Bob Proctor, studying with him on a daily basis. One of the smartest individuals that I know. You know, I am personally being coached by him. And I'm just super, super excited. If y'all seen a little bit more of this, you know, the spiritual savage Tim, right? Drop a 369 in the chat. It's because of this person. So DeAndre, I'm grateful for you, bro. Thank you so much for doing this call. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and step out the way of greatness. Let's kill it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? One thing is I need some energy. I need some energy. Drop some sevens in the chat. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. And cut those cameras on, family. Here's one thing that I know. When I don't got my camera on a Zoom call, I'm on Instagram. I'm driving. I'm doing something other than being on that call. So being present, being engaged, that means you cut your camera on because that keeps you accountable. Because we're going to share it with you guys over the next hour or so can completely change your life. You see, in a minute, I'm going to share my story because I'm a testimonial to Uncle Bobby P. Drop an Uncle Bobby P in the chat right now. I ain't going to type it out, but type it in the chat. Stay engaged. That's how you get your subconscious mind and your paradigm in alignment right here. You see, I met Uncle Bobby P about a year ago, and in a matter of a couple of weeks, my life completely changed. And I'm going to be sharing with you just a little bit of the sauce tonight, you see, because I can't share everything tonight. I don't got time for that. But I can share with you guys one or two, maybe three things that I learned that completely changed my life. And we got 91 people on this call. I think we can get a couple more people. Let's hit 100 people. Go in your group chats one more time. You see, this person that you're going to post it, maybe they just needed to see this one more time. And let's hit that 100. Let's hit 100 people on this call. You see, I'm live on Instagram and I'm live here with you guys. And let's go ahead and let's get started. Tim, thank you guys Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been an amazing time training your team. It's funny, I started with Mike and Taylor. I've been working with them almost damn near a year now. We just got done having dinner a couple minutes ago. They're downstairs right now. They're here in Miami. And I started working with them. And I told them, I was like, guys, if you trust me, it changed my life. Invest into this. I don't know if Mike has told you this, but he decided to pay me instead of paying rent. I'm talking about Mike Weaver right here. He decided to pay me with a baby on the way. And I said, trust me, bro, if you learn this sauce, your life's going to change. Within 60 days, he was earning $40K a month. See, that's one testimonial. I see my girl Summers on the call. If you're in the program with me right now, drop a 3 in the chat, because I got some clients on this call because they want the sauce. Look at that chat going up, because I'm here to give you guys some free sauce. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to tell you about my story. Why should you even listen to me? That's the first thing. When I'm investing time in a call, a mentor, the first thing I want to know is, what do you have to offer me? Like, who are you and how can I relate to you? You see, because on this side, some of you might be thinking like, oh, he might be excited. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I don't know who this guy is, but when you see this story, you're going to see yourself. You see, why do people relate with my story? Because they see themselves in it. You see, who am I? My name is DeAndre Saxton. I'm a certified Uncle Bobby P. Bob Proctor consultant, certified. I've trained and coached thousands of entrepreneurs and small business owners worldwide. And you can find me on Instagram at Miami Patron. I'm part of Bob Proctor's Inner Circle. What's his Inner Circle? His Inner Circle is a group of his top 1% consultants. So if you guys have been seeing his 5-day masterclass, if you've been seeing his 5-day masterclass, he's promoting, drop a 5 in the chat. So when you watch that, he's talking about the consultant opportunity. I got started with him back up over a year ago. And when you become a consultant, there's about 2,000 worldwide. I'm in his top 25 worldwide. Now, what was it that was the biggest change? You see, really quickly, who is Uncle Bobby P? Some of you might be saying, who is this Bob Proctor guy? Because everything I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is straight from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He has over 60 years of experience in helping people change their life, change their results. I want to go ahead and congratulate you guys. Drop a 100 in the chat. We got 100 people on this call. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Just a little side note as I digress. You see, you can stretch yourself a little bit more. We had 90 people, and I said, no, we're going to do 100, and we hit it. See, that's how easy it is to hit your goal. Now, some of you might be saying, okay, it's only 10 people, but guess what? That's how quantum leaps happen. So congratulations to you guys for doing that. So Bob Proctor is a New York bestselling author, and he's advised Fortune 500 companies like IBM, Prudential, and he's been seen on the movie The Secret. And as you guys know, he's partnered with the I Am Academy company. So who is this guy? This right here is a picture of me when I was sleeping in my car in Miami for 4 months, 2 years ago, or maybe 3 now. I think by the time I made the slide, 2018, I was sleeping in my car for 4 months. I had failed at 7 to 8 businesses. You see, I was in network marketing for 2.5 years, from 19 to about 21-ish, something like that. I was their #1 recruiter in San Diego County, but yet I just wasn't getting the results. I was working hard. I have over 200 books. I was going to every seminar, every event, running op meetings. I was doing everything, but why wasn't I hitting ranks? I was working hard, but wasn't getting results. And I failed at every business I ever tried for 4 years. I had all the marketing knowledge. I knew how to build funnels and Facebook ads. I invested in courses and gurus and all these different things. I had bad quality leads. I had headache clients. I would recruit people, and then 3 months later, they would fall off and they weren't produced. It was like, what was going on? And I was stuck at about $3,500 a month. I was stuck at $3,500 a month. And I started to question my ability to win in business. I started regretting dropping out of college. Honestly, I debated getting a real job about 1.5 years ago after being an entrepreneur, quote unquote, for years, being broke, right? Entrepreneur, running up credit cards and stuff like that. And I remember praying to God, right? For those of you that know Miami, I was up in North Miami on 54th Street. And I remember sleeping in my car. If you see the little photo, I have my little neck thing. And for 4 months, I slept like that. I remember looking out the window at like 1 in the morning, thinking like, what is my life come to? I remember praying to God, asking for a change. And then I met Bob Proctor at a seminar, The Paradigm Shift, in January 2020. And I just felt it. It's just something in my intuition said, DeAndre, you got to learn from this guy. You see, because I come from a background, my grandparents said that for me to be successful, I need to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, get a degree. How many of you have heard that? Drop a one in the chat. So that's the path I was going. And I struggled. I had all this knowledge, but no results. Then Bob said this, DeAndre, you work with me for the next 6 months and you'll need a telescope to look back at your life. And let me tell you this, he lied a little bit because it only took 60 days and I was earning $100,000 a month. I went from driving for Lyft, delivering Amazon packages, sleeping on my grandparents' couch. You can go check my Instagram at Miami Patron to see all of this. I documented everything. I knew I was going to make it. I have videos on YouTube talking about earning $100K a month. And I met Bob, and Bob closed the gap between what I knew and how to actually get results, which is exactly what we're talking about today. Here's a screenshot right here where I was earning $136K this month. And literally, I changed my life. And within my first year, did about $800,000 from sleeping in my car, $800,000. What was the biggest secret that changed? Was it a Zoom call? Was it watching a movie? Was it working harder? I earned more today than I did my entire 3 years in entrepreneurship today. How? But I was at dinner with Mike and Taylor. I was in the cabanas today. What was the biggest difference? You see, Napoleon Hill said that riches doesn't come to those who work hard. Riches comes to those whose subconscious mind is so saturated with the idea of money success, it must come to them. And I had turned my annual income into my weekly income. And now life has been a lot more fun, a lot more traveling. Why am I sharing this with you guys? Because if I can do it, you can do it. That's me with the Tiger, Vegas, Miami. I live down here now. I love living in managing Colombia. I travel all the time. I'm out here in Colombia. I bought one of my dream cars. I got a GTR and about to buy that Lamborghini Urus. So how did that happen in a matter of 12 months? I want you guys to bring in the screen of your mind right now. How much did you earn last year? All of 2020. Now that you got that number in your mind, what if you turn that into your monthly income? What if you turn that into your weekly income? Now, some of your paradigms might be coming in thinking like, oh man, that's time away from my family. I already don't have that much time. Man, putting in more hours, I already don't like this. You see, that's the paradigm that's holding you back. That's what we're talking about here. So if you're ready to hop into it, and give you some of the nuggets that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor, as a consultant working in his inner circle, so you can apply to your business, grow your income, live the lifestyle that you want. If y'all ready to make something happen, drop a 4 in the chat because I'm feeling blessed and highly favored, and I'm ready to give you guys that energy. So let's go and let's hop right into it. So I have a couple slides for you. I'm actually going to go straight off the dome here. So let me get some stuff together for you guys. Oh, actually had it already ready. Let's go. All right. So you guys have heard what the paradigm is. Some of you have, some of you haven't. It does not matter. Let's rock and roll. What is a paradigm? A paradigm, oh, we don't need to see this again. My bad. A paradigm is a multitude of your habits. Think of it as your mental conditioning or your mental programming. Your mental conditioning or your mental programming. Like for example, right now, my phone's live on Instagram right now. But my phone is an iPhone. It is programmed to run iOS software, right? The Apple software. It will not run Android apps or Android software or any of that stuff. It is programmed to run Apple. Everybody's very clear about that. In the same sense, your mind is programmed at your income level. Your mind is programmed at your weight. That's why you keep attracting the same kind of boyfriend or girlfriend into your life with a different name, but the same habits. You attract the relationships in your life, all based on the frequency that you're emitting in your subconscious mind, something called your self-image. I'll be talking about self-image in a free event tomorrow. If you're in the Miami area, I have a free event here at X Miami at 8 p.m. I'll be talking about self-image. I don't have time today, but something to think about. Self-image. So what is this? It's a series of your beliefs, ideas, and values. Your mental conditioning. It's a group of your unconscious habits. It's your behavior. You see some of you on Instagram right now, and then you wonder why chairman's so far away. Some of you distracted right now, right? That's why the camera's off. And then you wonder why people are leaving the business. You see, that's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about working hard. We're talking about those habits. It's those habits we're talking about. It's the gap between what you know and what you're doing. It's not the amount of information. All of you right now have enough information to go Chairman 100. It's not the information. It's the gap between what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not doing. Some of you, I can't see names. I see my man's right here with a black and white t-shirt. Or I see my man, he's over his desk. He's got his notebook and I see him writing right here. He's ready. That's the energy. You see, the paradigm resides within your subconscious mind. We'll get into that in a second. Those are a couple examples. I'm going to skip those examples and get into it. So you have to get an understanding between why is it that we know what we're supposed to do, but then we don't do it. I work with a lot of people in network marketing. There's a particular company that I was working with. I was working with one of their 6-figure leaders. And I said, you know what? She was telling me about her teammates that weren't producing and all this different stuff, right? And I said, you know what? Why don't you try this out? Stop seeing your girls, right? It's mostly female dominated. I said, stop seeing your girls as people. And I want you to start seeing them as stick figures. You see, it was this picture right here that got me started with Bob Proctor. See, it was this picture right here that 2 times in my life, there was a pinnacle moment where everything changed. When I first saw this was at the seminar, and that's when I decided to get started with Bob. The second time I learned about the stick figure was in the program, Thinking into Results. And that's when Bob taught me how to speak and use this. And within 2 weeks of learning this stick figure, I had earned my first $100,000. I earned it in 17 days. From sleeping in a car to that, seeing this picture right here. So if y'all ready for me to explain this to you, drop a 3 in the chat. We have over 120 people on this call right now. So I want to see 100 and over 120 threes dropping in the chat. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let's go. So let's talk about the stick figure. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not, but let's rock and roll. So this stick figure came from Dr. Thurman Fleet in 1932. You see, because he was a holistic healer and he started noticing that in order to treat the whole person in the health, right, in the health industry, they had to take a holistic approach. They had to see people at a spiritual level. You see, we live on 3 simultaneous planes of existence. We're spiritual beings, we have an intellect, and we live in a physical body. And when you start to see yourself as these 3 planes, you can start to get yourself to get results in a spiritual way. What is a quantum leap? A quantum leap is getting a 200, 500, 1,000% growth in your business. Some of you, I'm just learning about this crypto, and I'm looking at these numbers go up huge, right? What if that 200, 500, 1,000% growth in your Bitcoin, what if that was your business? What if that was your recruiting? What if that was your team size? It can happen. But it's understanding the spiritual sides of your existence. So let's talk about it. Understanding the conscious mind. I want you to see this, right? We have the bigger circle here. Hopefully you guys can see my mouse. Let this big circle, let it represent your mind. Let this bottom circle, let it represent your body. So let's talk about this conscious mind here. The conscious mind. The conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's your intellectual mind. It's the mind you're using right now to watch me. You're taking notes. You're taking notes like a good student that we've been conditioned to do, which you should be taking notes. I take notes when I listen to Bob. Check this out. Subconscious mind controls 5% of your results. I'm talking about all those notebooks you've been taking, all those notes, all those books, all that stuff. That's 5% of your results. You see, we have been programmed since the jump to go to school, get your grades, memorize this book, take the test, pass the test, do that for 12 years, and now you got a degree and you're successful. Give me a thumbs up. I'm watching you guys' cameras. I'm watching all your guys' expressions, seeing who's like, yeah, I'm not sleeping on you guys. I'm watching all your guys' faces. Give me a thumbs up if we know somebody who went to college and we're kind of like, oh, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that. He got debt. Nothing wrong with the person. Personally, he got debt. He's driving a car. He's driving a car you don't want. He's living a life that you don't want. Nothing personal, but you're like, but you went to college. I remember seeing my aunt who went to San Diego State University, which is the college I was supposed to go to. And she was like, she was driving like a beat up Honda. She's my family, but I was like, yo, I'm trying to pull up. I'm trying to pull up with them butterfly doors, you know? I'm trying to have a fun life. That wasn't cutting it. What are we talking about here? Your thinking mind. You see, your thinking mind holds the senses to your body. See, smells, taste, touch. All of that is registered in your conscious mind. But here is the missing token that none of us were ever taught. You also have 5 spiritual senses: memory, intuition, perception. You have these different faculties that you can tap into at a spiritual level that can completely change your life. And we'll get to that here in a second. But let's move on to the next part, the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind. It's your feeling mind. It's the mind that said, it's the mind that for some of you, for some of the people, they decided not to get on the call. It was the mind that said, man, I don't feel like going to the gym today. It's the mind that's snoozed. It's the mind that's got some of you on Instagram right now. It's the part of the mind that got you checking Instagram all day long, getting distracted. It's those weird little habits that are in your subconscious mind. It's the feeling part. It's the spiritual part of you. It's the part that controls 95% of your results. You see, how much you're going to make this year is not dictated to how many hours you put in. It's dictated about where you're programmed in your subconscious mind. When your subconscious mind is programmed on wealth, it is inevitable. Just money starts to flow to you like you don't even know what to do with it. Like you're just like, damn, I just made 10K today. And it's not even lunchtime yet. And it doesn't matter where it comes from. It's going to come from an unexpected source. It can come from your crypto, from your business, from this, from that. Don't matter where, but it's running towards you. When you're programmed, you have the subconscious mind. You see, your subconscious mind resides within your paradigm resides within your subconscious mind. Remember that I talked about that programming part of you. It's residing right here in your subconscious mind. And then we have the most important part. Can you guys go ahead and mute yourselves? I don't know if I have host ability to do that. Thank you. And then understanding behavior and habits, right? I've been really reflecting over these last couple days because it's been a year since really things shifted in my life. And I'm thinking about where I was before, where I'm at now. Because when I was learning this stuff, when I first got started, it was different than my understanding of it now. And let me tell you this, the paradigm, we've all heard of this. You guys are all in IM Academy. You know what the paradigm is. Bob talks about it every Thursday. You see him on the mascots talking about the paradigm, the paradigm, the paradigm. What is the paradigm? The paradigm is your habits. It's your unconscious habits. It's the unconscious habits that's really controlling everything in your life. This physical body that we see here is a molecular structure that operates on a vibration of the subconscious mind. Let me repeat that. This thing that we call the body is just a molecular structure that operates on the images and the vibrations that are held in your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is everything. It's that which taps into spirit, right? When it said God lives in us, God lives without, and God lives within. Where does God live within? He lives within the subconscious mind, the spiritual part of us. And then that vibration is expressed through the body, through behavior. It's the behavior and how you see yourself that's controlling it. I watch Alex Morton. Alex Morton is the self-image of the person that I want to become. Alex Morton is not Alex Morton because he has more connections, because he wears a nice suit, because he has a Rolls Royce. It's because he sees himself as that. He saw all of that before it ever happened, I guarantee you, because he's been working with Bob for, I think, damn near 7 or 8 years now. I think when he was 21, I think he's like 30-something now, right? So I've been with Bob for 1 year, and I look at Alex. Alex has this down pat more than anybody that I know besides Bob Proctor. When I hear Alex Morton speak, you're literally hearing him speak different lessons out of the program that we offer, the program that Mike and Taylor are in, the one that Mike and Nancy are in, the one that Tim is in, the one that I'm in. He's literally verbatim saying words out of the program. And I'm like, damn, that's why Alex Morton is the where he's at. He has this down packed. So here's the big problem, right? We have our conscious mind, which has the book knowledge. It's the ability to repeat information. You can share the plan, you can learn the plan, but then if you're too afraid to get out there and get to work because you have a self-image and you have a terror barrier, right? There's a gap between who you are and who you want to become, and you can't cross that. It's fear. That's what fear is, a gap between your old self and your new self. That's what fear is. And you have to be able to bridge that gap. That's the paradigm we're talking about. It's the one that's afraid, that has you afraid to talking to people. And then you have the subconscious mind, the programming, genetics, and the environment. You have two types of programming, right? Genetics, and environmental. It said that you can take a baby, fresh baby, right? Out of New York City and put that baby in Medellin, Colombia. I love Medellin, Colombia. Where my Colombians at? I'm not even Colombian, but I love Colombia. Mi parceros. I love Colombia, right? But you could take that baby and put that baby in Colombia, and that baby will come out speaking Spanish. No knowledge of the English language. Why? Because the environment is more powerful than the genetics. Who you are today is more about who you've been around, more than the genetical part of you. So who you grew up around, without learning this information, is probably you're earning about the same income as them because you're the same thinking process as them. And it's when you start to grow yourself and get outside the boxes, when you start to go out there and make changes to your income, to your health, to your relationships. Change your environment, you'll start to see huge changes going around. Quick little tip, if you want to change your paradigm, for those of you that are a lot more flexible, change up your routines. I go to Colombia. I'm from San Diego. I moved to Miami. It forces you to create new brave patterns. Go to a new gym. Drive a different way to work. Switch up the idea so you can switch up the patterns in your mind. And you'll create new connections and watch how you get new ideas in the process. And then you have the body, actions, results that are controlled by the paradigm. So here's the problem that each and every one of you are going through. I know this because I work closer than anybody that I know besides, Matt Rosen and Alex Morton. They're like really, really close. But other than I know, everybody falls into this category because I fall into it sometimes. It's a habit you got to change. And it's hard. Wallace D. Wattles in this book, The Science of Getting Rich, says that one of the most hardest things that anybody could ever do is think. And think something called the truth. Write the truth down. Everybody write that word down, truth. I'm going to read exactly what he says so you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to share with you right here. Write down the truth. What is the truth? The truth is choosing my thoughts regardless of the outside world. You want to know why you guys are failing? It's because you're letting the outside world dictate your future. You're letting that bank account dictate your future. You're letting your back office dictate your future. You're letting the mirror of what your body looks like right now dictate where you're moving into the future. You feel bad about yourself. So then you're eating more to compensate for feeling bad, and vice versa. That's what the truth is. Here's what Wallace D. Wattles says in Science of Getting Rich. To think what you want to think is the truth, regardless of the outside world. To think riches in the midst of the appearance of poverty requires power. But he who acquires this power becomes a mastermind. He can conquer fate, and he can have what he wants. There is no labor for which most people shrink as they do from that of sustained and consecutive thought. It is the hardest work in the world. This is especially true when the truth, what is the truth again? What is the truth? Look at what you wrote down. This is especially hard when the truth is contrary to the appearance of the outside world. Every appearance in the visible world tends to produce a corresponding form in the mind of that which observes it. And this can only be prevented by holding the truth. What did I just say right now? Here's what's happening. You're looking at your bank account, your back office, what kind of car you drive, all these different things, and you're letting it dictate your feelings. Feeling is the secret. Y'all want to talk about the secret, the law of attraction? It's your feelings. Get your feelings in alignment with the person you want to become and watch how everything changes. Your feelings dictate everything that's coming into your life. The feeling is the secret. So when you're looking at that broke bank account, when you're looking at that weight, when you're looking at your business not growing, what you're looking at is you're producing more feelings of that which has produced the same results, which causes a negative feedback loop, bringing more people, situations, and circumstances to keep you in that same exact situation. It's called the rat race. It is called the rat race. So this person, if you look at this red arrow, they're looking at that outside results and it's registering in their sensors. They're seeing that car they're driving, right? They're seeing that back office. They're seeing the people leave. And they said, oh shit, I guess I'm not that good with money. I guess this opportunity don't work. I guess I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm not a leader. And it's reinforcing those negative self-beliefs that have been sitting there your entire life. I needed to learn how to communicate with my subconscious mind. I don't even know if you guys are ready for this. I don't even know if you guys are ready for this. I don't even think, are you guys even ready to hear this? I don't know. I'm looking at your guys' faces right now. I don't see no smiles. I don't see no excitement. Like, I'm literally about to teach you guys how to communicate to the subconscious mind. And what? Y'all ready for this? Drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to see this. Y'all ready to learn how to communicate with your subconscious mind? Let's make it happen. Y'all ready for this? This right here will change everything for you. So I introduced the stick figure to you guys earlier, right? We understood the conscious mind, subconscious mind, body. We know that now. Now we have a basis. Escúchame. Listen to me, family. There's a power flowing into your consciousness. There is a power that's flowing into your mind that gives you the ability to think, that life, that it's a God power. You see, when Bob used to say this for the first year, I just listened to Bob. I don't know what that meant. There's two areas of my life where I actually felt this power. Number one is when you do a meditation. When you feel that crown chakra opening up, you feel that power flowing into your consciousness. That's number one. Number two, when I did ayahuasca, I just felt that energy. It just opened up. There's a power flowing into your consciousness and it gives you life. It's a God power. It's a spiritual power. And it gives you the ability to think. Have you ever thought, where does your thoughts come from? It comes from that infinite source of supply, that infinite, omnipresent, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving spiritual power that resides within and also resides without. So this power is flowing into your consciousness. And that power just is. What is God? God just is. What is this power? This power just is. It's not bad. It's not good. It just is. And based on your conditioning, it will either be positive or it will be negative. Based on the conditionings of your mind. You see, when COVID happened, some people said, oh shit, we're going in lockdown. My business is going to take a shit. Oh my God, I better save up. People are not, here's what a lot of people said. People are not going to have money to invest, all this kind of BS. But by this time, I could have potentially thought the same thing, but I had learned this. I was just learning this. And I said, you know what? Because of COVID, because people lost their job, they need to invest with me. And I earned my first $100,000 that month. And then my clients started doing the same. Perspective. It's one of your faculties. positive or negative. So this power is flowing into your consciousness, and your thoughts become an idea. What is an idea? Let me share this with you guys real quick. What is an idea? So we have our stick figure here. If you guys have ever tapped into the book, The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill, it's big ass thick book, right? It was the book that he wrote before Think and Grow Rich. He talks about that you can tap into thoughts of people that are dead. Because remember, energy is not created or destroyed. When a thought has a lot of energy behind it, a lot of emotion, it gets pushed into the universe, into the ether is what he calls it. And you can tap in to the thinking of other people. If this sounds weird or woo-woo to you guys, go do a meditation with maybe one of your favorite mentors. Go study Abraham Lincoln or Napoleon Hill or whoever you want, Bob Proctor. Then go do a mastermind within your mind of how Bob Proctor would think. Sit at a table and say, here's my problem. And then sit on the opposite side of the table and say, how would Bob Proctor think about this problem? You're tapping into the thoughts of that person. Crazy shit. Anyways, I digress. So there's an enormous amount of infinite energy called thoughts moving around the universe. And you can pull in this energy and form something that we now call an idea. What is an idea? An idea is a culmination of thoughts. It's an organization of thoughts. And with this idea, you can form an image that will completely change your life. So that's what's going on here. So you have now formed a new idea from the spiritual part of you. And that idea causes an emotion. Remember I said that your subconscious mind is the emotional part of you. Write this down. Your subconscious mind understands two languages, only two: images and emotion. Images and emotion. Take two people. Person A, they're working hard, they're grinding, they're sending DMs, and they're trying to go chairman. Person B, they visualize, they walk into the energy, they step into the power, they step into the idea, they step into the energy of who a chairman would be. Who do you think will go chairman faster? The person who is on frequency, acting, walking, talking like them, or the person that's working to try to get there? It's the person that sees themselves. The subconscious mind is operating on your self-image. Remember, tomorrow, if you're in the Miami area, I'm having an entire training on the self-image. I don't even have time to cover that. I'm not going to even talk about that today. I'm going to do it live. Go on my Instagram. You guys can see all the details. It's free. If you guys are in the area. It's a little pop-up event. It's not a full seminar. I'll probably wear a t-shirt and do some training on self-image. Anyways, so it's the self-image. It's the images and the emotion that are controlling everything. And those images form a vibration. Have you guys ever heard of the law of vibration? Or the law of attraction? Who's ever heard of that? The law of vibration or the law of attraction? So the law of vibration decrees that everything is moving, nothing rests. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but the images, the self-image, the way you see yourself forms a vibration, and that vibration is then expressed through your body and your behavior. You see how you walk, talk, dress, shake hands with people, share the plan, your conviction on a call? That's all a reflection of your self-image. That was one of the most powerful things I ever met from Bob, was that concept of the self-image. I'll be covering that tomorrow, guys. Is because we have two self-images. And I didn't understand what that meant. You see, if you would have met me 2 years ago, I would have looked successful. I come in my red suit. I look fresh. I have a good energy. I was always like talking to people, always thought I was successful. Because to me, I felt successful. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know for a fact you're going to be the first millionaire in your family. You would have told me, I was like, that's a fact. Why? That was a reflection of my external self-image. And then I met Bob, and Bob's like, you got an internal self-image, and that's why you broke. That's why you broke. And I was like, what you mean? You broke because of the second self-image. And I was like, there's a second self-image. It's called your internal. That's the one how you truly see yourself. When you're by yourself, when you lay your head on the pillow. It's that one that controls your money. It's that one that's controlling your business, your weight, your relationships. It's a reflection of what's going on in that subconscious mind of yours. I forgot I had these little red arrows though to guide me. So that vibration, right? Now that self-image, right? That paradigm. I'm gonna keep it so like simple with you guys because I don't have time to go that deep. Come to one of my seminars or come to the event tomorrow so I can really get with you guys on this shit, right? I really want to train this, but I just don't have enough time. But in this call, we're gonna interchange paradigm and self-image. We're just there's a slight difference, but for this same sense, we're gonna use this the same. So now this self-image, right? This paradigm is being expressed through your actions. You don't act your way to the big quantum leap. You tap into the spiritual part of you. What is the law of attraction? Whatever energy you're putting out comes back to you. Your actions that you're now doing, right? You're out there, you're showing the plan, you're growing the business, you're doing the Zoom calls, you're doing X, you're doing Z. Remember this book, The Science of Getting Rich? Wallace D. Waddle says it's not what you do, it's the way in which you do it. Doing it in a certain way. Doing it in a certain way. So now you're doing your Zoom calls, you're showing the plan, you're doing everything in a certain way. And the universe responds to you because you have now changed the trajectory of what's going on. The universe loves balance. And if you're projecting an image that you are X, that you're this new person, the universe must produce the people, situations, and circumstances to match that new self-image. That's called the effortless way. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. The effortless way is by changing the self-image, changing the paradigm, changing how you see yourself. Like Big Sean says, one of the hardest things you can ever do is work on yourself. I forgot what song that was. I remember that back in the day. Big Sean's tapped into this shit. If you ever listen to his music, Big Sean's tapped into the law of like these laws and stuff. He's really about this stuff. But that's what we're talking about, fam. Tapping into something brand new. Tapping into a quantum results. Quantum results. Drop a QC. Drop a QC in the chat if you're ready for some quantum results. Quantum results is going chairman in the next 6 months or less. Or maybe faster. Getting that trading account up, getting everything rocking and rolling. And that is what we're talking about, family. I don't know if I have any more slides for you guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh man, if y'all learned something brand new, what's up, what's up, what's up? Oh man, if somebody can drop my Instagram in the chat. I'm actually gonna do some Q&A right now. If you guys have any questions, I can do it, some Q&A. I just wanna make 2 announcements before anything. We're not done yet, because guess what? These Q&As go hard. Like we about to cook up right now in these Q&A, so nobody leave, call's not over. Yeah, that's right. Who's that? What is that? How do you say your name? Marcellus? He's cooking up, right? We're about to cook up right now in these Q&As. They be going hard. Before we get to the Q&As, I want to make 2 announcements, okay? Announcement number 1 is who wants to have a free coaching call with me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to have a coaching call with me. Obviously, with 130 people, I ain't got time for that. But I can give it to 5 people on this call. I can give it a free 45-minute coaching call to 5 people on this call. If you want to know how to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to send me a message on Instagram. and say, I was on the call, or I was here, or Bob Proctor, or something that you learned. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna read all of them. I'm gonna read all of them. And I'm gonna choose 5 people to give a free coaching call with. So my Instagram is at Miami, like the city Patron. It means Boston Spanish, not the tequila. Miami Patron. But Miami Patron is where you can find me. And I'll give it to 5 people. Tim said it was cool for me to go ahead and give you guys some free coaching calls. First 5 people. So that's the first one. And the second announcement before we hop into Q&As, if you're in the Miami area, like I said, I got a pop-up event coming up. Slide by. It's free. I'm just giving this free. Tomorrow's all self-image. Tomorrow's all about tapping into that new person. Tapping into that new person to get your feeling in alignment. We're going to be talking about visualization, subconscious mind, frequencies. We're going to be talking about deep, like stuff you've never heard before. Stuff that you only get in the Bob Proctor programs. We'll be covering it tomorrow. If you can't make Miami, my official first seminar, I'm talking about first official seminar, will be May 1st here in Miami. Follow me on Instagram. You'll get all the details on that. And like I said, I'm here just to serve you guys at the highest level. May 1st is the first seminar. That's the one you want to fly into. But just if you're in the Miami area, you know, up to maybe West Palm or something, you know, drive down here to Miami. We can get shit popping. If you have more questions, just send me a DM and I'll answer all your questions for you. All right. So let's hop into it. Who's the first person to ask some questions? So here's how you ask questions. You're going to go down to the reactions part at the bottom of your phone, and you're going to click raise hand. And I'll take a couple of questions right now. It can be about anything. What I spoke about, Bob Proctor, coaching, whatever you guys want. I'm here for you guys. I love, by the way, that you guys stuck throughout the call. Like, we had like a pretty consistent. I think we maybe lost like 5 or 10 people max the entire time. So big shout out to you guys. So let's see. How do I, who raised their hand here? So go down to the reactions part. Q&A live. Yo, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm answering your guys' questions. Go down to the reactions part and I'll answer your questions. Taylor, you were the first person. Taylor Olson, go ahead.
Bro, I just need some advice for some new members. Me and my girl started this joint literally like 2 days ago. I just want to know, you know what I mean? Like, where we go from here, how we elevate from our minds. You know what I mean? Besides what we doing right now as a team, where our mentality, how we elevate that, how we get from, you know, going from thinking one type of way to thinking another way, to thinking like you know what I'm saying? Believing in ourselves to the most fullest extent. So how you do that?
Yeah, first thing is you got to get clear on where you're going. That's step number 1. You got to get the GPS. I see everybody got their goal calls in the forehead and stuff. Mike started that thing, huh? Putting the goal card, right? You got to get you a goal card. Goal card is your GPS. This is what's getting you in the direction. Like Bob said, you don't have a goal card to get, you have a goal card to grow. For some of you, I did a training for you guys about 2 weeks ago for Tim's team about goal cards, right? So you got to get direction on where you're going. Because without direction, you're like a leaf in the wind just getting blown left and right. You're like, man, let me try this opportunity. Let me try this. Let me try that. It's not until you double down on one thing instead of being half pregnant on 9 that you're going to start seeing results. Step number 1, get your goal card. Figure out what is it that you want. Whatever you put on this goal card, you will get. You will attract if you focus your energy. You see, the mind is very powerful if you know how to use it. Most people don't know how to use it. Most people's minds are like the flashlight that's just spraying all over the place, thinking random bullshit. But then the mind can be like a laser, and it'll burn through all the bullshit. What is the laser? When you're focused on your vision, focus on the one thing you're getting up for. So that's the first thing. Once that happens, everything else will fall into place. You'll start to grow. You'll start to become more because you'll have to stretch. Oh man, that's a whole nother, I can't even go that deep on the different kinds of goals and stuff. Tim will have to set up another call where we do training on goal cards, A, B, C goals, all that kind of good stuff. But that's the first thing I could say, Taylor. Get you a goal card, get focused on what you want, and stay focused on that every single day. And if you're not excited getting up out of bed, it's probably the wrong goal. It's probably the wrong goal. You got to get up excited about what's going on. Like, I'm excited about these seminars. I'm excited for tomorrow. Some of y'all about to pull up tomorrow. We're about to have some impact, about to meet some people. We're going to have this seminar May 1st, We're going to get cooking. Like, I'm passionate about that. I want to get people together. I want to share this stuff. You see that excitement? Taylor, you got to pull that from within, not from without, not from what your partner says, not from who this person says, from within. We'll have to do another training from that on A, B, and C goals, okay? Maybe Tim can give you a little training on what a C-type goal is. Good question. Did I help? Awesome. Armani, you're the next hand I saw up. Go ahead.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man, loud and clear.
First of all, I want to say thank you for coming on here and just spitting gems. Personally, for me, I'm a really big Bob Proctor fan. And one goal of mine is actually to become a consultant. So definitely like an inspiration to me. But you already answered one of my questions. I was going to ask you like the importance of having a goal card, because I have people joining my business, and the first thing I have them do is write down and figure out exactly what it is that they want. You know what I'm saying? And to write that down on a goal card, starting with, I'm so happy and grateful now that. So you answered that question. But the next thing I wanted to ask you is, how important would you say meditation and visualization is? Because I feel like a lot of people, they have these goal cards, but they don't actually visualize enough, you know, to get that feeling or feel that emotion throughout the whole entire day. So how important would you say like meditation and visualization would be?
Visualization is everything. It was in lesson 4, you learn about how to talk into the subconscious mind. So if you guys don't know my story, I was in lesson 4, I learned about how to visualize the Bob Proctor way. And I started to see myself with a booked out calendar. What I would do, or I'm actually live on Instagram right now, but I would see myself. And by the way, at this point, I maybe have like 2,000 in my bank account. I'm like living on scraps, right? And I would see myself having a booked out calendar, right? Because I learned how to tap into subconscious mind. And within 1 week, I met Neno Torres. Neno reached out to me. He was chairman 10. He said, hey, DeAndre, let's come on the call. I met Neno, did a training, and I had a booked out calendar for 3 months. Boom, 7 days. So my personal story, it is everything. Anytime I visualize the Bob Proctor way, everything changes. Because when you visualize, you're tapping into what is the secret, the feeling. The feeling is a word that we invented to describe our vibration. It's what you're feeling on a minute-to-minute, week-to-week, day-to-day basis was dictating what's coming into your life. So when you're visualizing, oh man, I'm about to go in on you guys. I'm about to go in on you guys. Let's go. Let's clear this up. All right. So there's different lines of frequency. I'm sharing the whiteboard right now, right? You guys are looking at my whiteboard, correct? So in the law of vibration decrees that everything is moving, nothing rests, okay? For example, this highlighter is moving at a microscopic level. You look at the atoms, the electrons, this is moving. We all know this based on science. When something has a movement, it forms a vibration, but it is moving at 168,000 miles per second, so it's solid. The atoms are moving so fast that it appears still. So we call this yellow because of the vibration it is, and we call this red because of the vibration that it's in. So there is no lines of demarcation between lines of vibration between the one above and the one below. You see, if I call Mike, who's downstairs right now, Mike Weaver, on my phone, I'm gonna get on his frequency. And he's going to answer the phone. Taylor's phone's not going to ring. Mike's phone's going to ring. We all understand how phones work. You dial a number, you're tapping into that frequency. Different levels of vibrations are called frequency. So what are you doing when you're visualizing? You see, you're going about your day. Let these little circles just represent, your emotional state. You're going about your day. Maybe you're excited, you're working, you're doing different shit, right? Then you decide to, hey, let me go and do a visualization. I want to live up here. I want to live this life. I want to be big bad. I want to be this chairman. I want to do this. I want to pull up in that car. I want this weight. I want this relationship, right? I want this life. What's happening is you are deconnecting, right? You're disconnecting your current state. You're leaving this state, disconnecting and going to a new state that forms new emotional patterns in your life. And now you start operating on this feeling of this person. for the amount of 10, 20 minutes that you are visualizing. And when you come back, you go back to your old life. But it is living in this state over multiple periods throughout the day that is bringing those people, situations, and circumstances to attract this. Because you don't come back to the same person, you're coming back to a higher vibration of the new self. When you visualize, you're leaving your conscious state and you're going there. I love Bob says, you're going there. You're going to that new life. You're going to that new vision. You're tapping into one of the faculties, the most important faculty of your mind, called imagination. Neville Goddard says that the universe is perfect. Nature is perfect. The water is perfect. The planets are perfect. Oxygen is perfect. Your girlfriend, she's perfect, right? Your boyfriend, they're perfect. There's only one thing that's missing in the perfection, and it's called imagination. What is it? One gift that we have been given as human beings? Imagination. Look around your room. Every single thing in your room right now was built in somebody's imagination. We live in a thought universe. We live in an imagination universe. So when you are tapping in, you're tapping into the God power. Visualization is tapping into that God power. Is visualization important? I'll let you guys answer that. It's the most important because you're tapping into your new life. You're tapping into the feeling of the person you want to become. Now, I don't have time to go into it because I want to answer somebody else's question. Tomorrow, we'll be going deeper into visualization, how to draw the feelings into it. We're going to just go in tomorrow. That's all I got to say. But hopefully that answers your question at a good level, my man. Yes, Sirski. All right, Natalie.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Alrighty. So, I mean, personally for you, what was one thing that kept you in check? Like, what kept you disciplined?
Just self-discipline. I mean, right. That's actually what I'm working on right now, to be honest, because when you start making money, you just start wilding out sometimes, unless you're just keep yourself in check. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm tapping into my Alex Morin energy. I don't know where I wrote it. I think I wrote it today. Hold on, because I was live with Bob. What did I write today? I study every day. By the way, you guys got to study every day. Bob studies every day. You want to keep discipline, study every day. It keeps you in alignment. Oh, here's what I wrote down, in big ass bold letters right here. Check that out. I must see the world and live from the Morton mindset. So my perspective, my lens in which I see the world, and I'll stop doing all the wild, young money shit, yachting and boating and bottle service. That's fun for a minute. Then I'm not on purpose. So how do I get on discipline? As I change my self-image. I'm going to would Alex Morton be doing this? Would he be doing this? Would he be doing this? And if he's not, I say no to everything that's not in alignment with my dream life. So that's what I'm actually working on that right now. So thank you for asking that so I can articulate it to yourself, but also to myself. That's what you do. Self-image. Self-image. Self-discipline literally is operating on how you see yourself. If you are a person that goes to the gym, I know we got some gym people in here. You go into the gym or come hell or high water, you're going to go to the gym. It's part of who you are. It's not what you do, it's who you are. And when something is who you are, you'll do it regardless of what you feel. That's turning something into a habit. That is the paradigm. So self-discipline is you operating on that self-image. So to answer your question, change the self-image and all the disciplines will just fall into place. Just be in alignment with who you want to become. Write a script of who you want to become and then stay on that script. Answer your question? All right, we'll take one more question. Y'all still on the call. I see y'all. All right, let's go. Alyssa.
Alicia, it's all good. What's good, DeAndre? Also appreciate this call. Appreciate it so much. So my question for you is, why do you do this? And what is your purpose? And if you could be doing anything other than this right now, what would you be doing?
I've been doing this for free. I'm still with you guys 20 minutes after the call. I love it. I got friends downstairs waiting for me, but I'm I'm loving this. I love it. My passion is I want to put 55,000 people in a stadium one of the largest seminars we'll ever have here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. So my vision is we're going to do this out here. We're going to do it big. We're going to get people together. We're just going to teach. We're going to grow. We're going to have different departments. We have a sales department. We have coaches. I wrote a whole script. Like I script this shit out. Like I already know exactly what's happening. I have coaches that are within my organization that are earning six figures. They're impacting people. That my clients are coming on board. We're doing seminars. We're in the seminar business. That's what we're here for. Seminar. In a time where people say keep your distance, we gonna get together and we gonna change paradigms and change some lives. So that's what we're here for. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how you answered that, because the key question to that, it's something I've noticed lately, is when you ask someone, what would you rather be doing right now? And for you to answer, I'd be doing this for free. I'd still be doing this. This is what you desire doing. And this is part of your purpose. And I just got to say, I appreciate you that, and also the posture behind it, because a lot of people, when you ask them, what would you rather be doing right now? They come up with 1,000 lists of what they would rather be doing, but you're still here and you're still pouring in. So I just got to say, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Yep. Purpose, passion, and profits. That's it. That's the three right there. What's your purpose? That's your spiritual part of why you're here. What's your passion? That's your intellectual part. And then we got the profits so we can live the physical life in a fun way too. Yes. All righty. I think that's it. So I'm going to go to make those announcements. Like I said, if you want to, there's two things. If you want to learn more about the coaching, all this is from a coaching program with Bob Proctor. It's not the consulting opportunity. As a consultant, we offer a program called Thinking into Results. You've heard Alex Warren, David Iminitia, you've heard him talk about this. That's the program. If you want to learn about that, send me a message on DM. But if not, just the 5 people, you'll send me a message at Miami Patron on Instagram. I'm going to go through all 130 messages, and I'll pick 5 people. And then the pop-up tomorrow for in the Miami area. But if not, seminar May 1st will be a full one-day seminar. We'll be going in. Put it on your calendars May 1st. All right. I think that's it. Tim, you still on the call? I saw him unmute himself. I think he said something about his audio going out.
Are you guys able to hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry. My phone, I don't know what happened. I'm here, though. We're here.
Okay, for sure. All right, man, I'm going to pass it back to you. That's pretty much it. Yeah, if you got some value, drop a 7 in the chat if you got some value today. I love it. You guys all stick it out. Look at that.